Oshman Sporting Goods was a sporting goods retailer that started in 1919 and closed in 2005. Thank you for your suggestion.
Where's everybody going this holiday season? To get in on the fun at Oshman's. It seems some people just can't wait to try out our latest exercise equipment, like riders from Proform, Westlow, and Health Rider. And Proform Space Saver treadmills are perfect for burning off milk and cookies. For those of you who need a little toning, check out our huge selection of Bollinger and Nautilus fitness products. If you're looking to get in shape this holiday,
The company was founded in 1919 by Jacob Oshman, an orphan Russian immigrant who arrived in Richmond, Texas in 1914 to live with an aunt. He was only 19 years old when he opened a small department store with a relative in Richmond in 1919. The store sold quality apparel called Oshman's Dry Goods in Richmond, Texas. Jake Oshman's greatest success, however, was not achieved in the dry goods business, but in another retail business that would make the Oshman family name known to millions of consumers across the U.S. Jake Oshman embarked on a road that would carry him towards national recognition and his signal business success in 1931 when he opened his first sporting goods stores in downtown Houston. He moved to Houston by buying the stock of a bankrupt Army surplus store known as Crawford Austin and liquidated its inventory. He discovered in the process that sporting goods, especially fishing and hunting supplies, sold well. Oshman opened his first sporting goods store at Houston in 1933, and in 1938 offered a full line of sporting goods and Western wear at a new store in the Shell building with 30 to 40 workers. He opened a store in Corpus Christi in 1939. Founded as a proprietorship, Jake Oshman's sporting goods business was incorporated 15 years later in 1946 as the country emerged from World War II and embarked on an economic boom period that would at last bring an end to a decade and a half of economic hardship and give the nation's citizens unprecedented amounts of discretionary income and leisure time. Stores opened in Beaumont in 1948, at Palm Center in Houston in 1955, and Austin in 1961. Though geographic expansion would come slowly, Oshman's sporting goods thrived during the post-war economic rebirth, steadily building a presence in its home state of Texas before entering into neighboring Sun Belt states. The company's push toward a national presence was orchestrated by another individual, Alvin Lebetkin, who was first introduced to the Oshman family business through the courtship of one of Jake Oshman's daughters, Marilyn Oshman. Lebetkin, a Harvard-educated broker who worked on Wall Street, married Marilyn Oshman in 1960. He then left his job in New York to join Oshman Sporting Goods a year later at Jake Oshman's request. The two worked together initially, but Alvin returned to his previous job due to conflicts of how the company was run. He was asked to return in 1964, offering Lebetkin greater responsibility in running the business. Oshman died in 1965, but that year Oshman's was Texas's largest sporting goods chain, and it was the largest sporting goods chain in the southwestern United States. At that time, the company had 10 sporting goods stores and 2 wholesale firms located in the Gulf Coast region. Under Lebetkin's command, Oshman Sporting Goods blossomed into a national chain with units scattered throughout the Sun Belt states and stretching from coast to coast. Lebetkin's ambitious expansion program began in earnest in 1970 when he took the 14 stores composing the Oshman Sporting Goods chain public in an initial public offering of stock. In a little more than a decade, Oshman Sporting Goods' annual sales would leap from $19 million generated in 1970 to nearly $250 million, and earnings would soar from $883,000 to $7.5 million. In 1972, the company acquired 5 corporations operating as Stan Sports and purchased Mid-Valley Sports Center. After abandoning the wholesale business in 1974, Oshman Sporting Goods acquired 24 retail stores from Edison Brothers Stores in 1977. In 1978, Oshman's purchased the rights to the trade name of Abercrombie & Fitch from First National Bank of Chicago for $1.5 million. At the time, Abercrombie & Fitch had filed bankruptcy and was a brand that sold lavish items along with fishing and hunting gear. Oshman's made plans to use Abercrombie & Fitch name to create a mail-order business. They continued the acquisition spree during the 1980s, acquiring 33 sporting goods stores from Zale Corporation. In 1982, the company acquired 18 LNG sporting goods stores from Lucky Stores, Inc. By October of 1987, the company operated 185 traditional stores, 1 Super Sports USA store, and 27 Abercrombie & Fitch stores. Around December 25th of that year, it stopped its proposed $50 million sale, of which $20 million could be in banknotes, of the stores to an investor group in New Jersey. In 1988, Abercrombie & Fitch was acquired by Limited Brands. Oshman's sporting goods business began to fade. Not long after shedding what had been a drag on the company's profits, Oshman Sporting Goods' nearly 200-store chain began to demonstrate flagging profitability itself as the dynamics of the retail industry as a whole began to change. Following annual losses in 1989 and 1990, Oshman Sporting Goods registered a $1.9 million loss in 1991 and $679,000 in 1992, which heightened the need to find a solution. In 1993, the company announced a closure of 33 stores. The chain at that point had 165 stores. Oshman Sporting Goods tentatively moved forward with the megastore concept, opening 3 more Supersports USA stores in 1992. Supersports USA stores were around 80,000 square feet. That added a twist to the megastore concept by including athletic facilities within the massive stores that allowed customers to try various sporting goods items before they purchased them. Amid the shelves and racks displaying a full line of sporting goods were mini basketball courts, batting cages, golf simulators, putting greens, boxing rings, racquetball courts, ski decks, climbing walls, archery ranges, and inline skating areas, offering customers the opportunity to play before you pay, as the company termed it. In 2001, Gart Sports Company announced that it would buy Oshman's for a combination of cash and stock valued around $82 million. In June of that year, it merged with GSC Acquisition Corporation, a wholly owned subsidiary of Gart. By 2005, many of the Oshman stores became Sports Authority stores, or the rest were closed. Although they are gone from the US, there is a Japanese subsidiary bearing the same name, which was established in 1984. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.